And so, in short, we stripped all the corporations and all the middlemen out of the recording process, and we ended up with what we considered to be a really natural sounding record, and is certainly the most natural sounding record I've ever done. There's no doubt about that. And I think sonically, I think if you put this on and you turn it up loud, you can turn this up really loud. Like, you don't have to, like, you'll want to turn it up loud. You'll want to, most records pin you to a wall with compression. This one, you can actually lean in. You'll want to turn it up loud because the frequencies are gentle on you. Like, it isn't like, so you're not being pounded by like really nasty frequencies or anything like that. It's real easy to listen to, and you'll be able to listen to it again, as soon as you've listened to it, because it's, it won't really bother you that much. And so we stripped all the middlemen out. So what we, in effect, what generally happens in a process is that you set up a drum kit or a guitar. The guys put loads of microphones on them. They EQ them all. They put compression on them. And then they record it. And so, and then they put like 8 plugins. They come to mix it. They put like 8 plugins on the channel. It all goes into, all the digital sound is oozing down your channel. And then they have also some digital stuff on the stereo bus. And so that, it's all changing the sound. It's all changing what you originally started with. The whole thing is changing it. And then they finish that and you mix it and you put more treble on. It goes from like to, and then you put the treble on, you put more compression on, you put more bottom end on, then you send it off to Jerry, your friend, your fucking mate in like, Bradford or something. Here, Jerry, put some dudes, he's a mastering engineer, and so he has to justify his fucking cash, and he puts more, and then they send you it back, and it has really little to do with what you've done at that point. There's nothing really remotely like what you recorded. You've retimed the fucking thing. You've put tuners on the vocals. It's like, the Kim Kardashian photographs. You've put your fucking ass cheeks on and your fucking tits are up and your belly's thin. And, you're just basically altering yourself to the point of you can't recognize who you are. And so you listen to it back and, you wonder why, those early records in the 70s and all that, you wonder why you like them. It's because most of them were recorded live in the room. With a few drop-ins on. A lot of them were just recorded live. And those live albums that you get, you hear live albums and you think like, yeah, it's because you can hear the people. You can actually hear the people. That's what people like about music. They want to hear the people. They don't want to hear some fucking, bastardized version of what, you think you'd be like with a Kim Kardashian filter on. Have you ever seen those pictures where they go like, you get some woman with a filter on and you look at her on the filter and you think like, yeah, she's kind of cute. And then you see what they look like in real life. It's got nothing, and this is what it's like. Well, maybe what she looks like in real life is fucking great. As opposed to she looks like some pixie in a fucking like, all this type of stuff. Maybe she just looks great the way she fucking is. And so music is kind of the same. It's like, we went to great lengths on this record. I can't even begin to tell you. And again, not that you should do it. This isn't about you being wrong. I don't mean it like that. I'm just like letting you know these are the thoughts behind what we did. This is what we learned. My next record, I'll probably use a fucking one plugin, for everything. I don't mean it like that. This is what we did for this for natural sounding records. This is what we, figured out. To have it be the way it is. And so the engineers have to come to the table for this stuff because they're fucking ruining more records than anybody. They're destroying records. I mean, there's few exceptions, There are a few out there that like actually enhance the record and they don't try to put their own colour all over it. But for the most part, there's, they're adding shit on. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They just haven't got a clue about how to present how to present music. It's just all bottom end, top end. I saw one guy on YouTube, and he was a fucking pretty big name guy as well. I won't say who it is. And he was going on about, he showed us what to do with the fucking snare channel on a record. And I'm not joking. He had like 9, 10, 11 plugins on one snare channel. It was like, well, I like to put this compressor on there. Then I put an EQ after it because I wanted to. Then I put like a little slapback on, but I like to compress the slapback, so I put a slapback. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing, you psychopath? The fucking snare drum. It goes, doosh. What the fuck are you doing? And then I listened to the mix he'd done. It sounded like it sounded like our Frankie on some fucking cardboard boxes in the background going, dee, dee, doo, doo, dee, doo. That, you don't need to do that. It's just gone too far, this stuff now, with that stuff. I mean, when you get into, those huge corporate albums like the Nashville lot, it just sounds the same now anyway. It's the same thing. They all sound the fucking same. Same computers, same this, same that. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's just all set up. So if you're looking to, to kind of do your own thing, then don't tighten your drums up and don't fucking fix the timing and don't just get you and your mates in a fucking room and play some shit. Don't worry about it. I don't want to hear you tarted up with a fucking, So this album, you're not going to hear me tarted up at all. You're going to hear me and Paul Brown. We started off with a live performance in the room. That's a huge, other thing. And that's it. That's all we got. And we made sure that, we framed it right. And no EQ, no fucking plugins on the channels, no nothing. And I hope you can understand and enjoy what we did and understand the lengths we went to. And I'm very aware that nobody gives a fuck. I really understand. I get it. And that's all right. That's totally cool. Nobody gives a fuck. I understand. But we do.